I'm ready. Okay. So this morning, I'm going to introduce you to another style of yoga. And this is one that takes a little getting used to. This is a Kundalini style. And Kundalini, I just started doing some Kundalini practice in maybe the last year. Kundalini is a very spiritually, mindfully centered practice. Now don't get me wrong, there's some very intense physical stuff involved in it. But it's very, very much to bring you absolutely inward, okay? You absolutely have to focus on your mind, your spirit. Your body's doing some things, but you're focusing on what is called the energetic body. In Kundalini, it's called the energetic body. And this very much has to do with the chakras, or chakra, however you want to say it. Okay, and there's a whole lot you can learn on that. But the basic idea is that your energy in your body, and this makes absolute sense to me. I mean, I don't care what religion you practice. I mean, some people will tell you that this is a religion. I don't believe it. I mean, it's a style of yoga, but I don't care what religion you practice. If you don't believe that energy runs up and down your body, I mean, just look, see how you feel when you're tired and drained. I mean, you just kind of feel, right, sunk and low. There's this feeling of, So the whole idea behind Kundalini energy is sending energy up and bringing it up and sending it up and down your spinal cord, if you want to just talk about that, but your energetic center, okay? And it all focuses on bringing everything up, okay? So you do that with breath. So it's very much a breathing practice, which is called pranayama. And I'm going to be going into some more intense talks about that, some deeper talks about that. But for now, and stay tuned for that stuff's going to be coming. For now, I just want to introduce you to a basic Kundalini energizing practice for sending your energy up, waking up, okay? And you do that through breath work and then just moving your body a little bit. Now, some of these Kundalini kriyas, so it's called a kriya, is the actual movements, can be really tough physically, okay? You hold things for a long time. We're going to do one today at the end. We're only going to hold it for a minute and a half, but you'll recognize when we do it that holding that for 5-ish minutes is intense physically. So, the first thing I want to talk to you about is breath, okay? Inhaling and exhaling and focusing as you inhale and exhale, sending that energy up and down. Picture it coming up and down. We're going to do this seated, all right? So you can absolutely sit on a chair. Easy to do seated on a chair, on a couch. You just want to sit up and forward. You don't want to sink back like this, okay? So I'm doing it seated on a cushion. I love seated on a cushion because what that does is just gets my hips a little bit up and forward, okay? So you're going to picture that energy going up and down as you breathe. And if you can focus on that, focus on the breath and on the energy, that's what's going to open those channels and open that energy and send it up, okay? So a lot more diving into it in detail later, but today I just want you to practice with me opening and sending energy up. Now there's one thing we're going to do besides the breath. We're going to do what's called engaging your bandhas, okay? So you have 3 bandhas in your body, which are basically, I like to see them as like floodgates, okay? So when they're open, the energy flows, and when they're closed, the energy stays. So the first one is down in your pelvis. And you'll understand this, especially if you're a woman, okay? If you've ever practiced Kegel exercises, where they tell you to practice stop the urination, okay? Engaging that pelvic floor up, okay? So that's Mula Bandha, that's the bottom one. The next one is right here in your throat, okay? Right up here in your heart, and you kind of engage that one by closing off your throat. And then the next one is right up here in your eyes, okay, and up here in the upper part of your head. So as we take a big inhale at the end of some of these breathing practices, I want you to send the energy up and then close those gates, holding the energy up so it can't flow back down, okay? And we'll hold the breath at the top just as long as you can, and then release it. All you're doing is holding energy up, all right? And it takes practice. But when I say engage Mula Bandhas and hold everything up, okay, that's all you're doing. All right, last thing, we're gonna do what's called breath of fire. Now, breath of fire is a practice where you really, really breathe with your diaphragm, your abs and your diaphragm, okay? So it's a passive inhale and a forceful exhale. And you can practice that like with a pant. So you would inhale and then see how when I pant like a dog, my belly button really pulls in. It's that same exact thing, only you do it through your nostrils. So with your mouth closed, it's, see? And you can do it at any speed. But it's really, really good for your abs, and it's really, really good to fire you up and create lots of energy. So that's the third thing that I want to just explain before we go into this. Now this is very short, okay? We're going to do 3 exercises. The first 2 we're going to do for 2 minutes, and that last one we're going to do for 1.5 minutes. And that's it. But focus on sending energy up into your body, all right? Think of your spine coming up and sending that energy all the way up from the earth and the ground up here, all right? All right, here we go. First thing we're going to do is just a forward with the chest, and almost like somebody hit you in the belly button. Sink back here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And you can do it with eyes closed or open. So really inhale up and really sink back. Okay, I'm going to start the timer. We're going to do this for 2 minutes. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now on your own. Whatever speed you want. You don't have to go at my speed if you want to be my guest. Or if you really want to just, you can do that. Just really loosening up. Really up. Now physically, you might start feeling that in your back and think, oh, okay. Focus on the energy of the breath. Sending that energy up, up, seconds. Okay, as we come to the end, we're going to inhale up and hold. Engage those bandhas. Lock the energy up. Send your tongue to the roof of your mouth. Send your eyes and gaze up. Engage your pelvic muscles and hold that breath at the top as long as you can. And when you can't hold it anymore, you just absolutely release. Okay, and you may still be holding. Just spine will wait right here. Some people can really hold that up and in. Now what I want you to notice as you release, your physical body is now still. But can you still feel the energy in your energetic body moving? Inside, you're still moving. It's still experiencing that change from what you did. Now, maybe you can't feel it, and that's okay. You just observe. Just observe how you feel right here. All right, next one. Simple, simple, simple. We're just going to shrug our shoulders. Okay? Really easy. Just a simple shrug and down. But again, focus on that energy coming up and going down. And I like to kind of picture my spine like an elevator and like a ball of light that starts at the base of my spine and runs up and then it runs down. It just gives me a visual. If you're a visual person, it might work for you, okay? No weird breath practice this time, just an inhale and an exhale as we shrug our shoulders. So, you ready? Here we go. Eyes open or closed. I close mine just because it helps me focus on that light running up and down my spine, up to the crown of my head. And again, maybe your pace is okay, or maybe your pace is, it doesn't matter. Find your pace and go with it. And you can breathe in and out your nose. Just sending energy up. Now about now, you might start to feel it in those shoulders. Yep, that's the physical part. But don't focus on that. Focus on the breath and the energy running up and down your spine. Ten more seconds. And at the end of that 10 seconds, we're going to engage and hold all that breath right at the top. Here we go. Hold it up. But you don't have to hold your shoulders up. Just engage the pelvic floor, engage the chest and diaphragm here, and engage up here into your head. Bring your tongue to the roof of your mouth. Close off your throat. Again, you hold as long as you can, and then you let it down when you are ready. And as you come back down, you simply observe. What's your body feeling? What's your energetic body feeling inside, mentally, spiritually? Just observe. Feel an energetic shift? Maybe, maybe not. Doesn't matter. It's what you're feeling. All right. A couple regular deep breaths here. And then we'll go into this last one. And you might have heard of this one. This is called Ego Eradicator or Aura Cleansing, okay? Brightening, energizing, sending energy and positively up and out. And we do this one with a mudra. We haven't done a mudra here. There are many different mudras and many different ways to hold your hands and arms, and that's called a mudra, and we'll get into that later. This is just basic beginner, okay? You're just gonna close your fingers and send your thumbs out, okay? Then you're gonna hold up right here at about 60 degrees, okay? So not 45 and not 90, okay? Right here, about 60 degrees. Now the key to this is keeping your arms and wrists, fists engaged, but keeping your shoulders relaxed. You don't want to be like this, okay? All right, so that's our mudra, sitting up straight and tall, and that's why the cushion helps. You want to come forward just a little bit with your pelvis. And now we're going to do that breath of fire. So it's a passive inhale, bouncing that diaphragm, pulling that belly button into your spine every exhale, okay? 1.5 minutes. Now, we've done this where we've done this 5 minutes. That's intense, and we're not going there yet, so don't worry. But just give it your best shot. If you have to bring your arms down, bring your arms down. Come back into it. But keep that breath of fire pumping, okay? We're opening, we're energizing, we're sending that positivity and energy up, up, up. All right, here we go. And again, find your own pace. You can do it through your nose or your mouth. And you can go fast or slow. You do what works for you. Sending energy up with each pump of that navel. You're at 1 minute. Fifteen seconds. All right, inhale all the way to the top, bring the thumbs in, extend the fingers, tight and high, reaching up, engage those bundas. Inhale, hold it all the way to the top. That energy is up, 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 up. When you can't hold it anymore, just bring it down. And observe. Observe. No judging. Did you feel an energetic shift? Do you feel something different? Maybe, maybe not. Just observe it. Take it as it is. Now, normally, at the end of a Kriya, well, actually at the end of any of my practices, I really, really love to end with a nice, long mindfulness practice. We're not going to get into that today because I feel like we already did a really engaging, we were really here, okay? Being here, being now, being very aware of what's going right here. That's another reason I love Kundalini, because my mind is not what's for dinner. That kid needs to get that homework done. I really need to get that turned in at work. I really got to go grocery shopping. I'm out of pepper. Do you know what I mean? Your mind's not doing that monkey mind. When you're in a Kundalini Kriya, you're here and you're now. And you are very much mindful in the moment of what's going on right here. I love that. I love that about Kundalini. So what we're going to do to end the practice today is we're just going to bring hands to heart. Take a big inhale, exhale. Set a quick intention for your day. Put your attention on an intention. Go ahead and dip your chin and blink your eyes open. And then we'll end with bringing hands right here to your solar plexus, striving to be better physically, on up to your head, striving to be better mentally, and to your heart, striving to be better spiritually every single day. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.